Welcome to today's episode and guide here, gear guide, topping biscuit guide, everything that you need to know around Dark Choco Cookie here with the latest and greatest buff as well. Thank you for tuning in. As always, if you enjoy, make sure to like and subscribe. If you got a question, if you got a comment, let me know because I love to hear from you and would love to see you in our amazing community and Discord server, my friends. Now, down below, we'll give some banter about Dark Choco here. There's a couple fun things I want to talk about. Additionally, my friends, we'll break this cookie down. We'll give you the gear guide, which is now the biscuits and toppings and everything else. Like I said, go for a run with this one here and pull it all back together. So thank you for tuning in. Down below you can find all those timestamps in the details. Let's get into it here. So Dark Choco, for me as a free-to-play player, I do have 5-star ascension on this. Now the majority of it actually is from gacha, so if you watch a lot of the gacha videos here on the channel, particularly in the early days of this channel, it was always like I just pulled Dark Choco, and there was a running kind of joke here on the channel for some time. A lot of you commenting on the shorts, those kinds of things about Dark Choco. So that is why I have a 5-star one here today. So maybe your luck is as blessed as mine with getting Dark Choco. Now, anyway, here we go with this particular cookie. A couple things around this. This is a charged frontliner cookie, recently receiving a buff here. With better HP, defense, better substats essentially, in the latest and greatest patch in the realm of apathy here. So a couple things around this moveset though. We do have Sword of Darkness, strikes the ground with his great sword, inflicting chain lightning upon the enemies. Those unfortunate affected by this dark lightning suffer from great damage and lower defense. Here we have single hit damage at 454%. We have consuming darkness, crit minus 5%, healing minus 5% for 8 seconds, and stacks up to 5 times. And defense minus 20% for 7 seconds. So in the earlier game of the lovely CookieRun Kingdom here, we did end up using this one a lot of times before Claire kind of came out in order to get some of these other pieces here with that defense down and those kinds of things. Additionally here, don't forget this minus healing can be good to slow down your opponent's healing when you do run into stages and levels, essentially in the PvE, sometimes PvP. When your opponents heal just way too fast, or particularly some of the enemies that you fight, those are some of those things that you can use. Now again, 25 gets up to minus 25%, and you can drop your opponent's crit by 25. So when we think about the electric type grouping right now with crit, that's one way to counteract that. So just calling those pieces out there for you on this particular cookie. All right, so that's the moveset, that's the cookie. Let's go ahead and talk about the biscuits here. So in terms of our biscuit, you do want to be on a legendary Chewy biscuit or the Tainted one. So again, we always say resonant, those kinds of things. You can definitely go Tainted on this if you'd like to use it on this one. Because you do have that darkness type damage, so you will receive those boosts. Now in terms of this particular cookie, let's see if we can find it. There you go, dark damage as an example, legendary, or sorry, resolute hard biscuit there as where I'm going. Now in terms of our substats, so we can go with the darkness type damage. This cookie, depending on how you're looking at it, across the board, across all your stats and your gear here, we always like to balance between our biscuit and our toppings. And in particular, this cookie is going to be more oriented as a tank and survivability. So a couple things here. You're really probably not going to want to run damage resist bypass, even though you can, and this is the only place you can get it for right now. You're probably going to want to really buff up even more so that damage resistance. Getting this guy super tanky up front is going to be big, and survivability. I'd then again focus on HP and additional defense as some alternatives for you for additional survivability with this particular cookie. Now again, and secondary here, anything around crit resistance or debuff resist might not be terrible, because then you're not taking on the things that are going to slow you down with debuffs, or on top of that taking large hits because that crit resists. So a couple ideas there in terms of how you may want to think about this one, again focusing on that survivability element. And that then cuts us over and brings us into our toppings here. Now, our toppings for this particular cookie, as always, resonant radiant when it makes sense. We don't have anything darkness specific yet. However, always like to call that out. In this particular cookies build, again, we're still focused on survivability. So 5 solid almond going all in on that damage resist is going to be key for your survivability. And that is one of the reasons why we're doing this. Now, if you do kind of have the 2 tank strategy, you might want to think about maybe going a little bit more attack. That can be something, or speed or cooldown, just to keep those pieces up and reduce that 25. When we do look at this though, again, and talk about some of our substats, here again, that focus on damage resist is key, and additionally HP and defense. So you can start to think about cooldown here, or you could do it on the Beascuits too. I should have said it there. If you want to try and get those stacks on, in particular to getting that 25% reduction on those pieces here. So in our case, again, we're more focused on that defense. So HP, damage resist, defense is going to be ideal for us here, and how we want to leverage this cookie and make Dark Choco work. A couple things on that. Here's mine. I'm at HP, attack speed, debuff resist, damage resist, crit. We have defense, cooldown, damage resist. That one's pretty good. HP, debuff resist, crit resist, and then crit percent, crit resist, and defense. Not great, but it's really hard to get a perfect Beascuit, and you can check out our guides that we talk about that, along with perfect toppings is what I meant to say. All right. So there, my friends, is Dark Choco in terms of our gear guide here, and Beascuit and toppings. Let's go ahead and take them out for a stroll. Do you think, let us know in the comments, if you think we can get all the way through the lovely, as we always do, back to crispy. Oh, not master mode, dark mode here all the way. Let's go back to Hall of Enlightenment, 829. This is one of my favorite things to do here. We have our dark caramel arrow cookie. Let's go ahead and we're going to grab our Dark Choco. And again, you can see right there. There we go. We can remove this one. We're going to go with our 5-star ascended one. I'm so proud of this as a free-to-play player. Let's go ahead and take Dark Choco for a run with the team. Now let's see if he can handle this whole thing. As always, we got swag and merch available. It's a nice way to support the channel. Look at that. Boom. There we go. Run. Lots of running. Now, there you go. You can see those things getting on. Perfect. Ooh, there we go. There we go. Look at that. So 10-second cooldown. And you can see that it's consuming stacks up to 8 seconds, or 8 seconds up to 5 times. So you're going to want that cooldown to about 8. This might be a problem here. We'll see if we can get by this and not be stun locked. He's not getting his thing because I clicked it. Oh, it didn't go off because he got interrupted. He doesn't have the non-interrupted effect. I don't know if we're going to get by this guy. Uh-oh, we might actually not make it through. It is possible here. And we're going to run out of time. Oh, look at that timing. Just horrible timing. The only way to get through that would have been to run all the way through and hit it right when it was coming in. I don't think we're going to get it, my friends. And we're not going to do this for 5 minutes. 2 minutes. Let's try it here. Oh! We've never had that happen, actually, get stun locked. We're going to stop that because it's just painful. It's unstable. Uh-oh, come on. Look at that. Look at that. Oh. Exit. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, no way. All right, so we finally got out of that, back to it here, unstable, and that was definitely an unstable run here for 829. That was the first time we've ever done one of these and not able to get through 829 here. Totally stun locked. That's one thing to pay attention to, and also to pay attention to for this particular cookie, and why that interrupting stuff can be huge, because when it gets interrupted, then you lose your skill. That's not fun. All right, so let's go pull it all back together here for us today. That was our Dark Choco. Hooray. Again, one of our first 5-star scented cookies as a free-to-play player. Love breaking this one down. Lots of history here with this particular cookie. And in today's episode, we gave you the gear guide, the biscuits, the toppings, everything that you need to know about Dark Choco here. If you still have a question, please let us know, or a comment, and feel free to join us in our amazing community and Discord server, my friends. With that, thank you for tuning in here today. I appreciate your support. Thank you for the likes and the subs. On top of that, thank you to all of our members. We do have memberships available to you. It gives you emotes, icons, some fun access to other videos and content. And with that, my friends, we also have a swag and merch store, like I said, and affiliate links. All nice ways to support the channel, and I really appreciate that. With that, don't forget my socials, @MeChatMe. Stay connected, my friends. We do a ton of stuff there as well, and I love showcasing your things here on the channel. With that, get out there, enjoy Dark Choco Cookie, have some fun, don't get stun locked like me. With that, we'll see you again soon. Until next time, keep on running.